Всем привет, с вами Шишкин, и сегодня будем продолжать проходить игру L.A.Noire. Вооружен и очень опасен.
A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope, or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identified code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
Что ж, мы с вами едем на наш с вами второй вызов. Так, нам уступать дорогу. А давайте-ка попробуем бочком завалиться здесь. Вот сейчас. Ну-ка. Смогу ли я? Ну, я старался, по крайней мере. И вот мы приехали. Скорее всего, здесь грабит банк. Окей, опасный дядя. Давай, вылазь быстрей. Бери винтовку. И все. Были пацаны, нет пацанов. Двоих. Стой. Отойди. О, отошел. Заходим. Скорее всего, это не винтовка, а дробовик. Я бог стрельбы. И все? И все? Я думаю, будет больше.
Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or winning the citation. So I guess
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. Glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner. This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive it first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer Syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Вот и вторая наша миссия. Название которой мы узнаем после загрузки. В бессрочном розыске.
With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Беги, беги. Мы должны его догнать. Так, с этим фонариком. На вид ему лет 50, а бегает, как не знаю, как я в свои годы. Сейчас мы тебя догоним. Давай быстрее. Не, напарник у нас, конечно, точный пацан. Давай, беги. А вот за это вот вообще сейчас его наказать надо. Боже мой, этому деду лет 50. Я должен его догнать. Вот ты, вот это зря ты сбил меня. Шапочку мою. Дерись. Конечно, здесь система драк в игре очень отличная. Ну и все. Он попал. И все.
He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Скорее всего, этот дед занимался легкой атлетикой.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Покупатель, будь осторожен.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star on the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank and file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Как-то странно, при толпе, при белом, при днем расстреляли, и никто не видел, кто. На голове ничего нету. Давайте посмотрим запястья. Запястья пустые. Угу. Производительные выплаты. Квитанция на зарезервированный счет. Банк Аркадий. Ну туда тоже съездим. Да нет, не голову. Руку. пусто. Все. Тщательно. Так, давайте посмотрим. Найдем улики.
We should make sure we check the whole crime scene before questioning the witness.
All right,
Can I-
yeah. I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
Что-то она не договаривает.
I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Врет.
You're lying, Miss Galleta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Доказательства, квитанции на товар.
How dare you accuse me of
Как так?
lying?
Ай, не угадал.
I think you're horrible.
A man is dead, Miss Galleta, and it's a criminal offense to lie to a police officer. I will take you downtown.
Get out. Get out right now.
А можно переиграть? Нет.
But I won't say another word to
Ну
you.
ладно. Надо было квитанции предоставить. Давай еще раз поговорим. Не хочешь, да? Ну и ладно, на тебя.
In all my years, I've never seen
Пистолет?
anything like this.
Что это требовалось?
FN Browning, serial number 01138. Why did you?
We have the murder weapon?
But no murder. Girl saw it all, but she clammed up on it. We can trace the gun.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Сейчас с вами направимся в оружейный магазин. Садись. Вот куда ты едешь? Ой. Как права-то получали?
What did I tell you about going too hard on the witness? She's a store assistant, not a prisoner of war.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I'm just saying that sometimes you need to pour some sugar on these broads. A little bedside manner can go a long way.
And since when are you the expert? We got the murder weapon, didn't we?
You shouldn't dole it out if you can't take it,
Оп.
folks.
Ну, я
She was a
старался.
looker, though. Tell me I'm wrong.
No wonder you're suddenly so obsessed with bedside manner.
Я хоть туда приехал, нет? Да, туда приехал. Пойдемте, он у нас ждет, скорее всего, уже.
Officer, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Calu. Edgar Calu was his name. Thing looks like it never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield, jewelry store, just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
И куда нам сейчас ехать? Ювелирный магазин остается. Не, ну я когда-нибудь точно заеду нормально. Но это когда-нибудь будет в другой жизни. Ювелирный магазин Хартфилдс.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. I said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Что-то он не чистит и сейчас побежит, скорее всего.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Ух, это непредсказуемая игра. Зачем он открыл дверь, если рядом был открытый гараж? Ага, то есть мы в него еще даже... О, подозреваем ранее. Ё-моё, что я натворил? Ну, я не знал то, что можно было по ногам именно стрелять. Ладно, мой косяк.
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Мне чтобы здесь прибежать, он открывает дверь. Логика. Одежда используется для прицеливания. Бежит под автобус. И что делать? Типа он должен остановиться?
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you and the case that breaks you.
И все? Мы сейчас должны допросить его еще.
That keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. It takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Не подведу.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You
shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Перестрелка.
Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Конечно, он врет. Давайте воспользуемся подсказкой. Значит, ложь.
You deny owning a Browning pistol, serial number 01138.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage. Gage
Да
was an
как
asshole,
так-то?
but his death wasn't down to me. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Что-то не то.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
По-моему, что-то не так.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Ложь.
You deny owning a Browning pistol.
Он был жить отремонтирован, точно, а я забыл.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage.
Орудие убийства отремонтировано.
You had the gun cleaned and bought a new box of ammunition. The store owner remembers you and where you worked.
Is that so? It's amazing what the nebbishes will recall when it suits them.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your...
Все-таки правильно я угадал.
You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher. You and that stump Gage.
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kite this and kite that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Чтобы на такое пошел еврей.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it that?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, boy. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing.
И пошел довольно. Ну что ж, на этом серия заканчивается. Если хотите видеть еще серии по L.A.Noire, ставьте пальцы вверх, подписывайтесь на канал. Служба патрулей завершена. Полиция Лос-Анджелеса, отчет о годности к служебной полиции. Ну что ж, мы это сделали с вами. Всем спасибо, до новых встреч, пока-пока.